This is going to be one of the biggest reviews of my so-called career. One of the most disturbing movies ever made. I'm going to review Cannibal Holocaust.
This joke is old!
What are you doing here?
Because Nick has been getting at both you and I for ages about you reviewing Bigfoot. I'm getting really creeped out with those disturbing emails he's sending me.
What could possibly be so disturbing about those emails?
Wow.
I don't want to know. I don't even know why I asked. Right. Oh, but I don't even have a copy of Bigfoot, so how am I supposed to watch it?
Yes, you do.
That's Forest Warrior.
No, take a closer look. Oh.
Okay. Right, okay. I'll review this movie, but on one condition.
What's that?
Get the fuck out of my room!
My room's this way.
I'm gonna say, I don't remember installing a hatch back there. Bigfoot. So, what can be said about this so-called legend? I don't fucking know. I've seen pictures, I've seen stock footage of the fucking thing, but there is some fucking weirdos out there that have some massive fucking hard-on for Bigfoot. I don't know why. There have been tons of fucking movies about Bigfoot, such as Night of the Demon, this movie Bigfoot, and even a 40-minute porno entitled The Geek. Who the fuck is interested in Sasquatch porn? I mean, seriously. But anyways, enough about all that weird, creepy bullshit. We're here to talk about a family-friendly 90s movie that comes in a double pack along with a movie called Forest Warrior starring Chuck Norris. Now, you might be wondering, Daryl, why don't you review Forest Warrior? That's clearly the main feature of this set. Well, I have, with Nick, Chris and Glenn. We shot that review ages ago. In fact, I think we shot it New Year 2012. We just haven't released that episode yet because Nick takes his sweet ass fucking time editing episodes. But anyways, I'm here to talk about Bigfoot. And in all honesty, I don't know what to say. If you've seen, like, you know, a lot of like 90s made for TV family comedies or, you know, just family dramas, it has that feel to it. It's really corny, really dumb, and it's, you know, it relies solely on, you know, immature things that only kids would laugh at. Like, parents would just watch it and go, oh, you know, or people my age. But kids would probably find this funny. Now, in all honesty, the movie isn't really, like, harmful. It's not like, I don't know, it's not like Master of Disguise, where it's like, you should keep this away from your child because it's like, this could fucking harm them, you know? Bigfoot is one of those movies that's just like, it's dumb, but if a kid watched it, I don't think it would do anything. It at least manages to try and use actual jokes, unlike Master of Disguise. But overall, I think really the best thing I can talk about in this movie first is, well, Bigfoot. The Bigfoot costume is okay. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. It's just a big hairy gorilla costume essentially. But, you know, the prosthetics are done relatively well. You know, he looks quite bulked up and whatnot, and, you know, they try, you know, it looks okay. The face is alright, like, you know, it moves and whatnot, like animatronics and whatnot. So that's pretty good. I'm glad that it's not a shitty CGI one, so that's pretty decent. However, there are times where you can see kind of like the seams of the costume, like where certain things end. Like, it's obvious that the head of the costume, it's like a helmet kind of thing, and you can sort of see the lining where it ends and where it starts, kind of thing. And also, the look on Bigfoot's face is fucking stupid. People bitch and moan about how dumb the lizard looked in The Amazing Spider-Man. They haven't seen this thing's face. Just look at his face. It's fucking hilarious. Look it up. But anyways, so there's not really much to say about Bigfoot. In regards to how it's written and the characters are fucking idiots. Like, well, let's put it to you this way, right? The beginning of the movie involves a bunch of bloody guys who are out hunting and whatnot, and these guys, well, let's put it this way, you wouldn't mistaken them for Harvard professors. Basically, they're just wandering around in the woods, fucking shooting shit and getting drunk. And then all of a sudden it turns into bloody Friday the 13th with like a POV shot of Bigfoot during a thunderstorm. And he's like attacking the guys and stuff, and then apparently he takes one of the guys away into the bloody woods. And they're like, ah, Jesus, ah! And they wind up on the news and all that shit, and it's so weird. It's like, it starts off almost like Friday the fucking 13th or Halloween or something, But then, we cut to, like, two kids and their parents camping in the woods. And the kids are playing outside the caravan, like, hey, having a good time. And then the mother, like, they shoot her with watering guns, and then she says, why don't you go play in the woods? And it's like, yeah, that's a really good idea, isn't it? It's not like there could be things like, I don't know, snakes, or bears, or mountain lions, or any of that shit. No. Or, in this case, a fucking Bigfoot. But, what do I know, But, anyways, so the kind of dumb level of logic carries on throughout this movie, and it's like, it boggles my mind at times. Like, I'll give you an example, and I'm going to leave it here. There's a section in the film where the young character, the main boy character, Cody, he was like rescued by Bigfoot at one point in the movie, then a bunch of guys come along and trank him and take him to experiment on him and whatnot and find out what kind of species he is and shit. But later on in the movie they let Bigfoot loose, and then they realise, oh, we made a terrible mistake because now all the hunters are going to go try and kill it for the reward that this fucking millionaire has set in place. Which I'll get to in a second. But anyways, the wildlife marshal asks him, when was the last time you saw him when you were out in the wild? It says like, I can't remember, it's all so fuzzy. I just remember a strange noise it was like a freeway. And then the guy looks at him like, a freeway? And it's like, yeah. And it's like, maybe you're thinking, oh, well then the obvious point would be that that it was near a road, so go look somewhere near a road. But then this wildlife marshal turns and says, he was near a waterfall, and I'm like, how the fuck did you get that out of that? Why didn't they have the character say, I think I heard a waterfall or something? And the thing is that he was clearly near a fucking waterfall, because earlier in the movie, Bigfoot goes into a fucking lake, which is next to a fucking waterfall, to clean out a bloody wound that he got on his back when he was fighting a goddamn bear. What the fuck? And it's like, I'm sorry if I'm getting mad here, but it's like, I hate it when movies get this dumb. Like, the writers clearly just weren't fucking thinking. I hate that, because it's like, if you're gonna write a goddamn script, think about it. Think about what you're gonna write before you write it down, Ugh. But anyways, you might be wondering, what exactly is the plot of this movie? Well, the plot is basically, Bigfoot's been sighted because he basically kidnapped this one hunter, as I mentioned earlier. And this eccentric millionaire sees it on the TV, and then he puts out a bounty for Bigfoot. saying that I will pay $1 million for whoever brings me Bigfoot, dead or alive. And then the fucking scientists get him, and then he's all like, I will buy it off you. And they're like, no, we're not selling him. And then the kid lets him loose, and then he increases the bounty to $2 million, and then says, I want him dead. Because he wants to capture Bigfoot and stuff him and put him in a fucking museum, because apparently it's his lifelong dream to own a Bigfoot. And I guess it's okay to have a dream. You know, this guy wants a giant Bigfoot. Some people want to watch Bigfoot porn. I don't know why. But, you know what? I think this guy is the only reason that movies like The Geek exist. This guy has a serious fucking fetish for Bigfoot. It's quite creepy. Although, this guy is quite funny. He's nowhere near as funny as the villain in Forest Warrior, though. The villain in Forest Warrior was insanely stupid. This guy was insane, but not to the same extent. But he was still funny, and he's probably the most funny part of the movie, in all honesty. That and the car chase at the end, which was fucking funny. Just because I was like, this is a made-for-TV movie in the 90s about Bigfoot, and there's an eccentric millionaire with 3 gun nuts chasing after a truck that has a fucking Sasquatch in it. I don't know why, I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was over the top. But, overall, I think I should probably cut this review short now, but overall, there isn't really much to say about this movie. It's just made for TV 90s rubbish, you know? It's not horrible, but it's not good either. It's if you were to show this to your kid, it would be harmless, you know, I wouldn't really take any offense to it. It's, you know, it's just fucking stupid. That's the only way I can really put it to you. It's just 90s rubbish, dumbass entertainment. That's all I can really say about this film. So, thanks very much for watching this episode, and I'll catch you next time. And oh boy, the next one's going to be interesting. See you later.